let's talk about a very interesting chemical called Skatole. Also, we just hit 50K followers on TikTok. Thanks, everybody. Glad you like me sitting here and rambling about random shit. Speaking of shit, take a look at this segue. We're talking about Skatole. Skatole, if you can guess based on the name and my impeccable segue into the actual topic, is one of the main contributors to the foul smell of feces and other scat things. It's created in the digestive tract of all mammals and birds when the amino acid tryptophan breaks down during the digestion process. It is the major contributor to the very distinct odor that feces and other stuff has, and is also a very important component in the stuff that makes up bad breath. However, interestingly enough, it's also responsible for things that smell quite good, such as the aromas of some flowers, namely orange blossoms. So the scent and the kind of effect of the scent that Skatole produces is entirely up to the concentrations. In bad breath and feces, it is in a very high concentration, so it is a overwhelming, pungent, very bad smell. But in flowers, such as, again, the orange blossoms, it's a much, much, much lower concentration, so actually smells good. However, smelling good or not is obviously a matter of opinion to certain organisms, because high concentration Skatole, where it would smell absolutely foul to us and many other organisms, is actually a very strong attractant to certain insects. Namely, it's quite attractive to things like mosquitoes and orchid bees, which is very useful in attracting those insects in order to study them. For example, the pollination habits of the orchid bees, as well as the various diseases such as West Nile virus carried by the mosquitoes that are attracted to the Skatole smell. It's also used in commercial purposes. Mainly the very low concentrations that produce a nice flowery smell are used in perfumes and other things like essential oils. It's also found in some strains of cannabis, causing a very distinct smell when the cannabis plants are burned. So overall, it's a very, very interesting chemical that has two very, very drastic differences in kind of smells and everything, which is quite interesting. So keeping with a kind of common adage in poisons, it's the dose that makes the poison, and with Skatole, it is the concentration which makes the smell.